Okay guys, we're talking about workout number 3, max back squat. In the max back squat, I got Coach Jonathan here. We're going to talk a little bit about the standards, meaning what the judge is looking for to make sure it is a good rep. A couple of things to take note before we go into the standards is that you'll have 8 minutes to warm up. 8 minutes to warm up, you'll be at your station. You can use any of the plates. You can warm up for 8 minutes, whatever weight you want. But the weight that your score is, or your score for your max back squat cannot be completed in that first 8 minutes. So only after the first 8 minutes into the second 8 minutes do any of successful lift count towards your score. So you can start with the bar, whatever weight you want, so you warm up, put whatever you want your starting weight to be on your first back squat. It can already be loaded on the bar. So Coach Jonathan's going to go over a couple of the standards. What?
All right, so guys, the only people involved on your platform during the lift will be you, 2 spotters on the sides, and then you will have a judge. So I want to go over real quick the judge's cues for your lift, for it to be considered a good lift. So what's going to happen first, guys, is both the judge and the lifter will need to be ready before the lift begins. So I'm ready as the judge, so I tell the lifter that I'm ready. As soon as Mark's ready, he'll unrack the bar and walk it out. The second cue from the judge will be to then squat. So go ahead and squat, Mark, good. And as soon as I feel like it's controlled, I will say rack, and then Mark or the athlete will rack. A couple things, guys, about the actual movement itself. The movement will start with the knees locked out and also finish with the knees locked out in a controlled manner. So let's talk about the movement itself. A few faults that you might see is an uncontrolled squat out of the bottom there, where you might have like an awkward step forward. It needs to be controlled all the way up, and if the judge feels like it's controlled all the way up, he will tell you to rack it, and then it will be a good lift. Let's go over squat depth. What we want to see in the squat depth, guys, Mark's is going to go ahead and example this here, is that the crease of the hip here, where that hip fold is, it is under the top of the knee, okay? So go ahead and stand up. Let's see a bad rep. Good, so that was a little short. So that one as well. The knee is under the crease of the hip there, okay? What else we might see as far as?
You want to talk about the, on your way down, the first motion up counts as a completed squat.
Right, so again, guys, any kind of like awkward movement out of the bottom or any kind of bounce out or hesitation, you want to show them a couple examples, Mike? So like that hesitation one first, where you kind of come down a little bit and then go back up. So that, any upward motion is considered a rep, so that'll be a no lift. Also the bounce out at the bottom, we want to avoid this too. That's considered a no lift. Again, go ahead and rack it, Mark. Any kind of upward motion will be considered part of the lift. So if it's not one upward motion to the top from the bottom, it's going to be considered a no lift.
So any start of descent begins the rep.
Exactly.
Good deal.
One other thing, talking about the bar positioning on the back. Some of you might be used to a high bar back squat, some of you might be used to a low bar back squat, some of you probably don't even know the difference, but either one will be accepted in the workout number 3.
Right. Your plates, make sure to check back. We will have your plates, what will be available to put on the bar, listed at a later date. Just go on the website, it'll be right under the workout number 3, max back squat. You'll find how many plates of each size you'll have, so you can, if you're thinking about practicing, or you can definitely figure out which weights you need to have. And then the other thing is that you're going to make sure that you're the only one putting weights on your bar. The judges are there to help judge and spot, but they're not there to help put your weights on the bar. That's up to you. The other thing is, on any kind of apparatus or support apparatus like a belt, knee sleeves are allowed. Power suits are not, but knee sleeves, elbow sleeves, belts, they'll be allowed as well. So we're looking forward to you guys getting some big back squats. We'll see you guys at the combine.